Welcome to Real People Weekly News. I'm Nicole. Over the next few minutes, we look at the top stories of the past week, stories that made news, and give you a glimpse of what the party has been up to. Let's begin with the top stories.
55%. More than half the country believes the JLP government is very corrupt. That's an 18 percentage point increase over the same period for 2021. Moreover, the proportion of Jamaicans who rated the government as extremely corrupt nearly doubled compared to last year. It's moving from 15% to 29%. Only 15% of Jamaicans viewed the government as not at all to not very corrupt.
Councillor returns to the classroom amid teacher exodus. The decision to return to the classroom for Councillor of the Norman Garden Division in East Kingston and Port Royal, Jacqueline Lewis, wasn't a hard one. This came in light of the news that 2 teachers from the Rennock Lodge All-Age School in East Kingston had resigned.
And are you happy that I'm here?
Yes, yes.
With the teacher exodus affecting schools across the country, Councillor for the Norman Gardens Division, Jacqueline Lewis, has had to re-engage with the classroom, a job she once left behind.
I came here as a student from 1967. I became a teacher, principal, and now I'm a board member, and now I'm giving back to my school.
The former principal says she resumed teaching at the Rennock Lodge All-Age School after she was informed 2 teachers resigned recently. While the school is actively seeking to employ teachers to fill the gap, Lewis says she will remain until a replacement is employed.
We had a board meeting yesterday, and we got the go-ahead from the board to do the shortlisting. It's advertised, and we are waiting on teachers to be employed. But until then, I'll be here filling in.
Opposition spokesman on Transport and Works, Michael Phillips, is calling on Prime Minister Andrew Holness to immediately intervene to prevent imminent disaster in St. Thomas. The call from Phillips has come within the context that the South Coast Highway improvement is virtually at a standstill. Agriculture spokesman Lothan Cousins calls for SCJ Holdings audit, and Mayor Scott says there's been no change of use request submitted as yet. Opposition spokesman on agriculture Lothan Cousins has called for an audit of SCJ Holdings due to concerns over its management of the country's farmlands. Cousins says the agency lacks transparency. The first thing is to seek an objection letter from the corporation, and this was not done. However, we know that some have bypassed the local authority in the past, so I would not be surprised if it happens in this instance, Scott, mayor of Spanish Town, said. Cousins went on to state that the opposition is demanding an audit of the SCJ. These disclosures must include an audit of all government-owned property within the Bernard Lodge area and adjoining areas such as Inwoods Village, where large acres of land were divested by SCJ Holdings leading up to the 2020 general elections. We need to find out how much land was divested and to whom, as well as the purpose for which they were bought and are being used. Monarch mourning period won't stop party conference. The People's National Party's 84th annual conference, slated for September 16th to 18th, will still take place. PNP General Secretary Dayton Campbell told the Gleaner that plans are too advanced to change. We will pause during our conference to acknowledge her death. We are not insensitive to what has happened, but we do have a conference that has already been planned, funds have already been extended, and we will go ahead, Campbell said last Thursday. The second annual OT Fairclough Awards took place this past Saturday, and 17 party workers' children received educational assistance through the OT Fairclough Foundation. Party leader Mark Golding went on to say,
People's National Party, we say the word is love. And that isn't just an empty slogan. It really represents a posture, a way of life, which suggests that, or involves us in caring for each other. And I would encourage all of you in your communities, in your families, and in the wider national sense, to think about what you can do to make everybody's life better, including your own. And I know it's a very difficult world we're in, and it's hard to make ends meet, and it's hard to move forward, and everybody must ensure that they do what they can so that they can achieve their dreams. But in doing so, pay it forward, help others, and bring them along. You know, you'll get blessings for it, and you'll get a sense of satisfaction, and your heart will be full. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, parents, I just want to say to you all, congratulations on what you've been doing for your own children, and it is a pleasure for us to be able to be of some assistance today to the family by this award.
The week ahead will see the party's annual conference swinging into high gear with the following events. Sunday, we kick off the party's 84th annual church service at Portmore Holiness Christian Church in Portmore. Sunday evening, the leader held his constituency conference at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex with guest speakers, Honorable Camila Gonzalez, Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Information Technology, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, MPs Dr. Angela Brown-Burke and Julian J. Robinson, Senator Donna Scott Motley, Senator Damian Crawford, Senator Floyd Morris, Dr. Andre Houghton, and Zalika Jess. Then on Tuesday, September 13th at 6 p.m. on PMP's Facebook page at Jamaica PMP, it's PMP's Women's Orange Table Talk, hosted by PMP's Women's Movement President Patricia Duncan Sutherland, alongside guest speakers, Party Leader Mark Golding, Chairwoman Angela Brown-Burke, and other special guests. Thursday, September 15th at 6 p.m. is the party's Evening of Excellence at Little Theatre with special guest speaker, the Prime Minister of Grenada, Dickon Mitchell. September 16th, Annual Conference Private Session Day 1 begins at Jamaica College at 2 p.m. September 17th, Annual Conference Private Session Day 2 begins at Jamaica College at 9 a.m. September 17th, PMP Street Dance at Nannyville Turf at 9 p.m. September 18th, Annual Conference Public Session at the National Arena at 10 a.m. And with that, we wrap up the latest week on Real People Weekly News. I am Nicole. Please note that we will be taking a break from next week's Real People Weekly updates as it's conference week. We will resume weekly updates the following week.